focus on the floor plan views of a residential blueprint. So let's get started. I thought I would show you a picture of the house, the finished product that we're going to be talking about today, just so you could have it in your mind, and maybe it would help you to understand some of the layout and some of the things in the blueprint itself. So here's a picture of the house. It's a 2-story, 2.5 bath, 3-bedroom with an attached 2-car garage, and it has a full basement. So I just thought you'd like to see a picture of what the finished product will look like. So we'll get rid of this, move this off to the side, and we will get started. We're using Chief Architect, and this is the client viewer program. So there are limited capabilities here, but everything that I need to show you should be functioning here today. So we're going to start with the basement, and this is an overall plan of the basement. And you can see at the outside we have our dimensions, 32'9" from the farthest outside foundation wall to here, this line, to outside foundation wall. And then the depth goes from this line, 33'8.5", to this front. So that's the outside dimension, and that'll always be the farthest one from the plan itself. And then as you go in, it breaks down the dimensions. You'll see this part here now is broken down to 24'11". This one's 8'9.5". So as you come in closer, they will be smaller sections of the plan and the dimensions for those smaller sections. So you get an overall view of it like this. This is going to be the garage area unexcavated, because it's just going to have a 4-foot foundation wall to get underneath the frost line. And then the area for the basement is here. So let's get in a little bit and look at a smaller portion of this, and we'll explain some things here. So once again, you've got your major dimension, 39'9", for all of it. So coming down the stairs into the basement, you're going to be here. This is going up to the first floor here. So you come down the stairs this way. You're going to come down the stairs. And in this particular floor plan, this was noted as a finished area. So you're going to see this hatch mark around here, around the perimeter, and in here, that's a wall, a finished wall. So don't let that confuse you here. So let's start on the outside. This wall right here, this space in here with these little triangles and these dots, that is a foundation wall. That is the foundation wall. Now on blueprints, even on hand-drawn ones, they note foundation walls with these little triangles representing stone, I would imagine, and little dots and stuff. So that's always going to be your foundation wall. And here's a window well inside your foundation. So you can see that goes all the way around. And then you come here and you have it noted as a beam pocket. Now a beam, in this area we use steel, and other areas I know they use wood, or trusses or whatever. So we've got a W8 by 24 steel I-beam going here. And what that notes is a W8, it's 8 inches tall by 24 pounds per foot. And how it's calculated, this gives you the thickness of the steel that it's made out of. So that's how the beams are sold, that's how they're sized. And the engineer, the architect in this case, sized it to support the load above. So it rests, the beam does, it rests in a pocket cut out into the concrete foundation, so the top of the beam will be even with the top of the foundation wall. Now here, this square, and you'll see this on many plans, is, follow the line up, it's a 36 by 36 inch concrete footing by a foot deep, because in this area that's what it's going to be. It's a 4-inch diameter column. That's a nominal size. It's actually 3.5-inch diameter steel lolly column, concrete filled steel lolly column. That's what's going to be here, holding up this end of the beam, and here holding up that end of the beam. And once again, we have our W8 by 24 beam here into a beam pocket on the corner here. So these footings will always be noted, and then there'll be some spec on how large to make them. So you've got your stairs going up, as I said. Gonna come around here, all foundation wall. Got an egress window. Egress window is like an escape window. It's lower to the floor, the ledge of it, so you can get in it, and then it's big enough so you can get your body through there and then get out of the window well to get out of the basement in case of emergency. So foundation wall comes across here. We're gonna slide this up a little bit here so you can get to the rest of the basement. And you'll see the foundation wall comes around in the front of the garage down here. Goes around. Now this dotted line that goes around the whole entire foundation wall is the foundation footing. That's the larger foot, if you will. If you want to think of this as your leg, the wider part, the foot, spreads out the weight of the house over a larger area of the ground to help support it. So that's what that dotted line represents. And that'll be on all foundation plans. Now you see on this part of the basin here, again, we've got our hatched line, which notes that it's a finished area. It says finished area right here. Now in this particular plan, the people that are moving into this house requested this little room here, this tornado room. They come from out west, and they were actually in a tornado once in the house and lost their house. So they wanted to have some place that they could go to be super safe. So we actually, this area here was usually unexcavated and just 4 foot filled in with dirt, and then the porch would be over that. But we dug this out all the way even with the basement floor, and this steel beam has to come across here to support the floor joists. And we put a steel door here, and this is going to be 3 walls of concrete. This 2x6 wall here is spec'd. Concrete floor and a concrete ceiling, if you will. The bottom of the porch is going to be concrete, so that's going to be there, and it'll be pinned to the foundation wall and stuff. So it'll be really, really, really secure there with this steel beam coming across the top too. It'll really be secure. So that's just a special thing in here, but you can kind of see we got a door here and that. So we'll talk about outlets and electrical stuff when we get up to the second floor. And I just wanted to take this out a little bit, and I want to just overlay and show you what happens when we have, let me go here for a second. We're going to do sill plates, wall, joists. I want to put the framing members in here. That should do it. Yeah, there we go. So you can just kind of understand how this all works, how the system works together, and you can see this now. Not all plans are going to have a framing plan. In this program, when you draw everything and you build the house, it automatically creates this framing plan. So I thought I'd show it to you here. So if you can see, here's your foundation wall right here, and the outside edge of it, this rim joist sits on there. This would be like the first floor deck or the first floor. You see your floor joists come across. They rest on this beam right here. Let's go here. They rest on a beam, and they're sistered. The next one goes right there. They're nailed together. There's solid bridging that goes between there and a mid-span. And it just helps you to understand why those beams are where they are. You see there's a double header here, and that stops there because this is open to the first floor. There's a triple here, and that will go, that's just off a little bit, but that will tie into here and into there. And you've got doubles here actually the double there. So when these go on here, these just run to that beam. An architect will figure the spans and figure out what size lumber to use for all of this. I believe these are 2x10s. Yes, they are 16-inch on center. So, and you can see the span from here to here is maxed. Actually, it could be just a hint longer, but that's why that beam's got to be there, because you couldn't go from this beam all the way to here. That would be overspanning those 2x10s. So that's why this beam had to go there. So thought I'd just give you a quick look at what it looks like. It gets a little bit busy and everything, and that's why I had it turned, that layer turned off in the beginning, so that you could see what it looked like with a little bit more clarity. So, all right, so let's go up to the first floor now, and this gets a little more confusing when we get up here. I'm going to start with the overall plan like we did for the basement, then we're going to zoom in and take a look at some of the smaller components. But you can see here's the front door right here, and then here's the garage here. So we're going to zoom it in a little bit, and then we'll take a look at individual rooms. Excuse me here. Kind of get that zoomed in so you can see it better. And we're going to start at the front door, coming in the front. So you'll see the garage over here. We're not going to really talk about the garage much in this thing, but just so you know, orientation-wise, where it's at. So here's your front porch, and here's that underneath here would be that tornado room right here, just so you can kind of get your bearings where we're at. So here's your front door, and you can see it's spec'd out 3068. That means it's a 3-foot 0-inch wide door by 6 foot 8 inches tall. And this would be a 1-foot 0-inch by 6 foot 8 inch tall side light right here. Tell the swing of the door, the arc, it's the way the door. So we come into the house, into this foyer, and if we go to the left, we can see we have a closet here, a guest closet, and you can see that door is spec'd at a 2668. All the doors and windows are going to be spec'd like that. And you read it feet, inches, feet, inches. That's how you read that. And you're going to come into the powder room. Again, doors labeled. You're going to come in here, and let me make this a little bit bigger for you. You're going to come in here, and this right here will be the universal design for a toilet. This program labels things. When they're hand drawn, they usually don't label things, they just use the symbols. So know that that's a toilet. A vanity, pretty self-explanatory here. You can kind of tell what that is. SB36 stands for sink base, 36 inches. And I know it's kind of confusing because the doors are feet and inches, but the cabinets are in inches. That's just how it is. It didn't make the rules. So here's your cabinet, and here's your universal sign for an outlet. These lines coming out, it's kind of hard to see, but there is one. This is red. I don't know if you can pick that up very well, but with the circle, that's an outlet. And this one is noted as a GFCI outlet, which is a ground fault circuit interrupter, which is mandatory in the bathrooms. So you'll have those, and you can see here's some right here in the kitchen area too. But light fixture in a ceiling is always noted, the circle with the 4 lines coming out. And then you'll see when you have that, you'll see a line going back to the wall someplace. You have an S with the line through it. That's universal sign for a switch. So the switch, and you could follow the line, operates that. Well, that same switch also operates this exhaust fan, this bath exhaust fan. You got one switch operating both. If you had them on separate switches, then there would be 2 of these S's here for 2 single switches. But right now they've got one switch operating both of these. Okay. And you've got your window here. And that is labeled wrong. That is wrong. That's not 6'8". So I'll have to make a note of that and change that. So come back out into the foyer, and one thing I want to say, when you're looking at a plan, I've always found it to be an advantage. Instead of just starting anywhere in the plan, walk in the house, walk through like you're going to walk through. It will help you sense the flow of the house and how things connect with each other, and just the size of the rooms. If you're looking at individual rooms and stuff, it'll help in your mind with furniture placement and everything like that. So walk through the house, through the front door, and walk. Don't skip through walls and stuff. Walk around, because you'll get the flow of the house that way. I think it'll help you a lot. So anyway, so come back into the foyer. Here's the foyer again, the front door here. And we can see this switch right here that's noticed got a line going out. And it's going to go out to the porch light, or the light on the garage. So that's going to be a switch for that. And then you can see we have a receptacle here. And we're going to scoot up a little bit here. And we're going to walk through here, and we're going to get into the door for the garage, service door. And then we're going to come into the kitchen here. And we have a pantry right here. And then we get into the kitchen here. Now in the kitchen, it gets a little bit confusing with the cabinets. You really got to kind of look at this stuff. And you've got labels here, 2x10 floor joists, 16-inch on center. That's a note for that. Let me see if I can quickly framing labels, which is off. So that's going to be something else. I'm not going to be able to get rid of that right now. So anyway, here you'll see that this B stands for base cabinet. B here. So this base cabinet right here is a base 24 inches. And this one is a wall 24. And the base cabinets are standard height. That's why there's not a double number. For the wall cabinet, it's a 24 and a 30-inch high. You could have 36, 42, 48 tall. So, and then here you've got a wall, a 30, 30. I said that base already. You've got a dead space here. You've got up on top, you've got a base 24 here. Then you've got your dishwasher. And that's going to be 24 inches wide. Dishwashers are standard, 24 inches wide. Then you have a sink base here. And then you have another base here. And we're going to try to turn this off because it's really getting confusing here. Let's see if we can do that, if it'll turn off some of that stuff there for you. And one more here. Let's see what we can do here. Excuse me for a second here while we try this. I'm just trying to clean it up and make it easier for you to see a couple of things here. Okay, that'll make life easier. There we go. So you can see your sink base better now, and you're in that. And then a cabinet here, and then your refrigerator here. Okay, and again, universal sign for a switch is going to operate this light right here. This says single pole. Like I said, the program labels them. Most times you won't see that, you'll just see the sign. So, okay, you got your outlets around here and here, okay? And in your dining area, you're going to see this right here is going to be like a half wall. You've got your receptacles here, your windows, and then your sliding glass door here. Your stairs going up to the second floor, and it's giving you a dimension here, 3 foot 11 and a half. And then your family room, again with the dome light. And this is a structural component, 2 inch and 3/4 by 9/4 LVLs, laminated beams is what it is, specialty type. You've got your receptacles here. And you got your fireplace here. This cantilever, meaning you see this note here, the fireplace cantilevers over. The the foundation is not bumped out to support it because it's a insert. It's not a masonry fireplace, it's just an insert. So the floor, the deck here cantilevers over and hangs over the ground outside, so that's why it's cantilevered over deck. And here's your footing here and that. So, and outside you've got a patio noted here, 3 foot by 7'6" patio coming out, those sliding glass doors. So that's pretty much the basics on the first floor. Again, you have your windows and they're spec'd out. Sizes, your door is spec'd out the size with a little 3x3 stoop. Inside your garage, you have a 6x6 gas curb. And what that is, because if you can think about this, I know we're looking at it from the top down, but if you looked at it straight on like you were standing in a garage looking in the house, the garage floor will be even with the top of the foundation. And let's say in the event the gas tank in your car leaked, the gas could flow across the floor and then over the foundation wall and down into the basement, into your living area. So this gas curb is a curb. The floor for the garage comes up flat, and then the curb is raised up 6 inches. For 6 inches out, 6 inches up, so that if gas leaked out of your car or any kind of hazardous fluid in the garage, oil, whatever, it would get to that curb and it would stay and pool in the garage and not go into the living area. So that's required. It would go from wherever the foundation would intercept the interior of the house. On this one, they just took it this whole length of this wall, and this wall. And once we get to here, if it went over the foundation wall, it would go outside, so that's okay. So that's what this gas curb does here. And you could actually make it a little bit bigger if you wanted to use it for a full step, but 6x6 is what's mandatory as a minimum in this area. So, and then you have your noted LVLs here again, construction beams, okay? And your overhead garage doors signified by that dotted line, that's where it's going to go. So you've got your header going across here, 2x12 header, laminated together as a beam. So that's it on that. Now we're going to go up to the second floor. Click this, and we're going to go to second floor. And again, we'll give you an overall view of it, and then we'll zoom in on some of it. You've got your overall dimensions, your outside walls, 26.2 here, 33.6 here. And we're going to zoom in on an area here. Now, you come up the stairs this way, and you come up into the hallway upstairs. And then you're going to go here, and you'll see the bifold doors. This angled symbol is our bifold doors. And your washer and your dryer are in here. And it's important when you're doing this to make sure that there's enough room here for the dryer door to open or the washer door to open. I talk about that in my book, The Dimension Bible for Do-It-Yourselfers and Remodelers. I talk about the space that you need for this. I mean, in a new home, and the architect's building it, he knows what he's doing. He leaves ample room. But if you're in a remodeling situation, you got to think about the way the door comes off and the door opens, because he's bifold stack, and you've got like about a foot of space here. So does it allow this door to open all the way? And if it's right-handed or left-handed, so you've got to account for all that. And I talk about that quite a bit in my book, The Dimension Bible for Remodelers and Do-It-Yourselfers. So a lot of these dimensions for things in here are taken care of and addressed in that book. So if you're doing a project like this, or even a remodel or small remodeling project, I would urge you to take a look at the book. You can go to contractorjohn.com and get a link to the book there. So you come up here in the foyer. We did this. We come in and we walk through a master bedroom. Here's the master bedroom. Nice size room, almost 17 feet by 13. And you can see this dotted line right here notes a tray ceiling as shown on 4 sides. So that's going to be a carpenter built tray ceiling. You see your outlet, your windows, both of those are egress. Just to keep some symmetry, you only need one. but just to keep some symmetry on the outside of the house, we made these the same, because this one has to be an egress, because this is only, I know I hopped through the wall, sorry, but this has to be an egress because it's the only window in this bedroom. So to keep the symmetry on the outside of the house, we did the same size windows here, both egress. And you always have to think about, when you're doing something inside, you have to think about what it's going to look like from the outside of the house too. So here in the bedroom, and we're going to come through a door here, and you're going to come through to your tub and your double vanity here. And you'll see universal sign for a tub with a window here. And this is going to be an octagon window here. It's a 2-0, 1-0 octagon. You got your double bowl vanity here. You've got your light bar here, and you can see that the light bar is controlled again by our switch here. And this light here is also controlled by that same switch, so that's a note for the electrician. And this switch operates the exhaust fan. So unlike the bathroom downstairs, you can operate the fans separately than the lights in this bathroom. So you've got your tub here, you've got your shower here, and let's roll this down a little bit, and you have your stool in a separate area here. Universal sign for the toilet. Again, this could be a little linen area or something here. Then you've got your huge walk-in closet here. Oh, spelled closet wrong. You have to work on that. Somebody's work on their spell check or something here. Alright, so we're going to come back out of that bedroom, and we're going to come in the foyer again. We're going to come across the foyer, and we are going to go into this bedroom back here. And again, we have bifold doors which are reversed. There's a couple mistakes in this plan, so this is an older plan. And egress window, as I said before, outlets, globe light, controlled by the switch, and that label's over that switch, so it's hard to see right there. And here, bedroom again, vanity, sink base 24, tub, exhaust fan, toilet again. That's the hall bath. And we're going to come into the second bedroom, and these dotted lines here are the roof lines, and this is going to be a small gable over this, so that shows you how that roof line lays over this. So you could do something with a little vault in here. If you're looking at this roof line, instead of having a flat ceiling here, you could do a little vault in this room, which would be nice. You've got egress windows, again, outlets, bifold doors, door swing, door size, all this stuff. If you just understand what it's for, there's a lot here, but it does make a whole lot of sense when you look at the whole floor plan. And then you have this half wall here that's noted here, half wall with oak cap here, and you have this open foyer below, so you're actually standing here looking down to the main foyer where you enter the house. Now, there was an option on this house when we built it, actually, we actually took this wall out and decked this over, and this became just a little area, a homework area for the kids. And they liked that a lot. So it's about 8 foot by about 5 foot. So it was a nice space for the kids, a common area to do the homework. The parents didn't want the computers in their bedroom and stuff. They wanted it in a common area. And they had a home office, and they worked a lot in their home office, so the kids were up here too, and they could have one common computer instead of it tucked away in somebody's bedroom or whatever. So well, I hope that gives you the basics of floor plan. Now there are other details and things, and we'll go over those in a subsequent video, some more detail in it, but I wanted to take this video and give you like a 101 version of how to read a blueprint floor plan, so you could get through the basics. If you have any comments or questions about reading a blueprint or whatever, comment below, and I'll get back to you on the YouTube video. So, I hope you found this helpful, and if you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is Contractor John. If you have any comments or questions about this video in particular, please write them down below. If you have any any other questions or anything, visit contractorjohn.com. Check out all the resources that I have on my site. Contractor John saying, have a blessed day.